Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I'm the knitter behind Knitting Matters, and today I have a podcast update for you. So I love to talk about all things knitting, I love to talk about yarn, I love to talk about patterns, I love to talk about projects that I'm making, that I plan to make or that I've already made. And in this week I have a podcast update for you. So if that's something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So my first finished item this week, and technically it's not quite finished because I'm just waiting for the zip to arrive, but it is my Dagmar Zipper Sweater. I've been working on this for a couple of months now and I am so delighted that it is finished. Now, I do have a zip, so I will sort of show you what it looks like or what it will look like with the zip, but I have opted this is the petite knit zipper in the shade Hazelnut. This is the 23cm one, but when I did tack it in place, and when I tacked it in place I noticed that it was really long, so I have opted for the 17cm zip, but that is in the post, it hasn't quite arrived yet. I did make one modification with this sweater and it is around the zip, so I'm just gonna sort of show you what it's going to look like. In the pattern it recommends that, so you can see you have this beautiful double knit facing that goes all the way around. And it actually recommends that you stop the facing here, do an Italian bind off and then just stitch the rest of the zip down. Now I didn't want the zipper tape to be against my skin, so I continued double knitting all the way around, and I double knit this little pocket at the bottom as well to house the bottom of the zip. Initially I have tacked this zip in place and then changed my mind on it, but when I tacked this in place it worked beautifully, so I just sort of stitched it here and then went to the back and stitched it across here, and I was really pleased with the way that that looked. The only thing that I wasn't pleased with was the length of the zip, because there was quite a lot that I would have to cut off at the bottom. So I've opted for a shorter zip, which has been quite delayed getting here, and I really wanted to make this video. So I will, I have made a video about the complete process and that will have the zip installation. So if you're interested in that, then I'll link it up here, or maybe up here, but I think up here. Yeah, so I have opted for the original or suggested zipper, which is the petite knit one, because I just really liked the pull. I think the aesthetic looked really good. The colour was a pretty good match. So yeah, that is my, I think I'm fed up talking about the zip now, but that's the zip for my zipper sweater Dagmar. The yarn I used was the West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece Aran in the shade 002. And I absolutely adore it. It is so soft, it is so squishy, and the cable definition that I have with this yarn is absolutely stunning. So if you can see here how beautiful those cables, like they really popped with this yarn. So the shade I think I said was 002, which is light brown, blue-faced Leicester sheep. It's undyed. They naturally come in two shades, which is like a chocolate colour and a typical cream sheep colour. So this is a blend of those two fibres, and I really enjoy it. So I'm wearing this with a tank top underneath. I have nothing on my chest, I have nothing on my arms, and I don't find it to be itchy at all. Yeah, so I'll insert some footage of me post blocking, because I think that shows it off a bit better. But this is my zipper sweater Dagmar. I really would like still to make myself a zipper sweater, but I have lots of other plans for this autumn, so I won't get to it this autumn, but perhaps in the winter or the spring we'll see. The next thing that I have been working on, so this took up a lot of my time finishing this one, but the next thing that I was working on, and I think I'd cast this on the last time I updated, is a Louvre sweater, and I am making it in Knit Picks palette in the shade Heather Iris, and I'm holding it double. So this is how far I have gotten. So I found the yoke really fun, and I normally get to about here when I get fed up of doing the increases and I'm like, oh, I just want to start working in the round now. But then that bit I think goes quite quickly. So once I started the stocking it in the round, it just went so quickly. I've been quite fortunate in that I've been away for the best part of, I think, 10 days. So I spent a few days up in Lancaster with my brother, visiting him, my sister-in-law and my niece. And so I had a lot of downtime, so I was able to knit quite a bit on this one. And then we were house sitting for my mother-in-law, who is on holiday. So again, I had quite a bit of downtime because it's just different when you're not in your own home. So the sleeves here are just being held on a spare cable, and I will attach the needles when I'm ready to do that one. And as you can see, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decreases out of the 9 for this sleeve. So I really like the Louvre pattern. I think it's a really versatile sweater. I'm really enjoying this yarn. So I bought it specifically for the colour, and she did not disappoint. So this is where we're at so far. So I'm about halfway through the decreases, which is good because I'm about halfway done on the sleeve. It fits just a little bit snugly on my bust, but I'm hoping that that will relax with blocking. It has this really lovely deep hem, which I have finished with Italian cast off here. But what I really like about it is that it just keeps my neck warm. So this nice coverage on the chest and neck area, which for me will be perfect in the winter. So I'm really excited. This feels like it's not too far away from being finished now, and I think if I just really concentrate, then I think I've knocked some stitches off the sleeve. I think if I just really concentrate, then I can get this done in the next week or so. So yeah, really excited about this one, and actually I don't want to take it off. I really love this colour. So yeah, I chose the palette. Actually, I was inspired by somebody that I'd seen on YouTube who has also made this, and I really can't find the video that inspired me, but if I can, I will try and link it, because she inspired me to make this one. But yes, it's the palette yarn in the colour Heathered Iris, and what I really love about it is all of the different coloured speckles that you see that are running through the yarn there, which I think are absolutely stunning. So yeah, that is my first whip. My second whip is, I can't be bothered to get changed, so I'm just going to finish this video wearing a half knit jumper. I hope that's okay. My second whip is my birthday cast on, so I haven't done very much of it, but this will be the Terracotta Sweater by, who's it by? Lena Home Samso. So I'm knitting it in the John Arbon Textiles double knit merino, knit by numbers merino. I have these two shades, which I know I purchased to make baby clothes out of, and my son is now 10. So I've had this in my stash for a really long time, and I'm holding it together with the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. So this is the colour, I think, dark mousse and cream, and I'm holding those together for the colour work. So when I did my gauge swatch, I actually hit gauge with that. So I'm quite a tight knitter anyway, especially with colour work. I'm a tight knitter, so I normally have to go up a needle size. But I didn't need to with my swatch, so I knit this with the recommended needle size. I made a mistake on the colour work here, just ignore that. Would you have known if I hadn't pointed it out? Probably not. But I'm not in the business of going back and correcting mistakes on gauge swatches, so we're going to live with it. So yeah, this is the sample that I have made in the John Arbon Textiles Knit by Numbers Merino, held together with Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. It is incredibly soft and squishy. Like, I wish that you would be able to feel this through the camera. It is absolutely delightful. And it has made, like, you can't see any light through it. So the recommended yarn for the pattern is a 4-ply held with the soft silk mohair, which is Tin Pigant and Tin Silk Mohair by Sandness Garn. Those are the recommended colours. materials, yarns for the pattern. This is a much denser fabric, it's much thicker, it's really squishable and soft, and I think it's going to work. I am in the business of unraveling things that don't work, so if it doesn't work, it's not a problem. And that's the beauty about knitting. If you make a mistake, you can unravel it and you still have your materials to hand, and you don't have to worry about ruining things, or because like if you cut fabric, it's cut, and if you've made a mistake, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like that with knitting. You can just unravel it. So this is my gauge swatch. I did a bit of the texture and a bit of the colour work, and it all worked perfectly. So I cast that on my birthday, which was earlier this week, and I've only done, I haven't really done very much at all. So I've only done about an inch. I'm already thinking it's looking quite long, but then I have to remember it's a drop shoulder pattern and the sleeves go down to about here, so I think actually it's going to be about right. So I have just finished the shaping for the shoulders. I don't want to call it short row shaping because it's not really short row shaping. It's like cast on shaping. I don't know, there's probably a term for it that I'm not using. But as you can see, the yarn has this really cute, beautiful little halo. Can you see that? Maybe if I put my hair behind it. There, you can see that halo. It's super soft and I can't wait to really dive into this. I'm trying to prioritize getting my Louvre done before I commit too much to this one, but I wanted to cast this on for my birthday. I wanted to have a birthday knit, and I don't know why I wanted to do that. I just really did. So yeah, so I'm about to start the textured section of this one, but I think before I do that, I'm going to finish off the sleeves on my Louvre. But yeah, that is the very beginnings of my what do you call it? Terracotta Sweater by Lynette or Lena Home Samso. And I'm really excited for the direction that this one is taking. I was hit by a bit of a cast-on-itis plague because I've also cast on another project. This one is again, the Louvre sweater, so exactly the same sweater that I'm wearing, but this one I am making in the West Yorkshire Spinners Croft Aran in the shade Celeste. So I have wound it into hanks. You can see it's this lovely cream colour that is speckled with lilac and lavender, and a little bit of maybe cornflower blue in there as well. So I'm really enjoying making the Louvre sweater. It's a really easy, mindless, just something that you can just carry on with without thinking too much about it. And I really enjoy the final product. So I made a Louvre sweater last year in like a burnt orangey rust colour, and I wore it a lot, and I was always really disappointed when I was having to wait for it to be washed. So I always wanted to make another one. I didn't fully plan to make another two, but I had the yarn and I just thought, there's like, if you like it, just keep going, right? If it works and you like it and you know that you wear it, I've got no problem with reknitting the same pattern several times. So this is my other Louvre sweater that I have on my needles at the moment. Yeah, so I've just finished the rib for the neck, and then there's a bit of short row shaping around the back, and then there's a bit of short row shaping that comes around the front. I just need to tidy mine up here. This final one just doesn't look the neatest, so I definitely need to go over that with a bit of duplicate stitching but on the back and tidy that up a bit. So I'm about to start the short row shaping with this yarn, but again, I'm just waiting to finish this one before I go too mad on this one, I think. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about today is that I have started thinking about my Christmas knits and things that I plan to make for Christmas gifts this year. So I haven't really tended to knit very much for other people. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But it's just because they don't feel the same way about knitted goods that I do. But anyway, this year, so we've got a very close group of friends who my husband went to university with them. I met them a little bit after, like the year after they met university, so he's known them about 3 years longer. Anyway, we're godchildren to each other's children. We hang out with them all the time. They are definitely our people. We love them, and they've got 3 daughters. So I've made quite a few Oslo hats, and they really have enjoyed my children's Oslo hats. And when we go away, they always sort of interchangeably steal them. So they have asked me, the girls have asked me if I would make them hats for their either their birthday or Christmas this year. Their birthdays are all in and around December. One of them's in January, so they quite a concentration of gifts in that month. So of course I was happy to oblige. So I went on the Wool Warehouse website with them and chose the yarn that they wanted to make their hats in. So the baby chose this pink. This, by the way, is Drops Baby Merino. They're all Drops Baby Merino. And I'm going to be holding it double. I will probably make the weekend hat for the children just because I think it stretches a bit more. But anyway, the youngest one has chosen this colour pink, this sort of baby pink or candy pink. I'm not sure what the real name of it is. The middle daughter chose ice blue. She will look amazing in this. Really lovely colour there. And the eldest daughter chose Bordeaux. Now it's looking a little bit more brown. She said she wanted a deep red. I think it might be okay. It might work out okay. Either way, if I knit it up and she doesn't like it, I will happily make her another one because she's worth it. So those are the Drops Baby Merino that I picked up for each of their hats. Their mum, also one of the finest humans on this earth, and she deserves all the good things. She chose this pink, like hot pink, cerise pink, I'm not sure quite what you'd call it. And she, and this will look amazing on her. I was quite tempted to like steal it, but I'm not sure it's my colour, to be honest. This will look amazing on her though. So this is the cerise colour, and this is the colour that the mum chose. Now I ordered this and then afterwards was thinking I think she maybe deserves something a bit more special, something because I know that she'll look after it. So after I ordered this and this arrived for her, I went on to the Knitting for Olive website and I found a very similar colour. I think it's called Pink Daisies. Yeah, Pink Daisies. And I picked up the merino and the soft silk mohair. Now, I've never used Knitting for Olive merino before, so it's a little bit of a test for me to see if I like the yarn and I like how it behaves. So I got something a little bit more special for their mum. And I will probably make the Oslo hat mohair edition out of this one. And for the dad, I'm going to be using the leftover Drops Daisy I had from my son's Zipper Sweater, which is like a lovely navy colour. So those are the things that I have acquired this month. This lovely bag. Oh, there's one more thing in here that I forgot to talk about. So I also acquired, when I went to go and visit my brother in Lancaster, I went to a gorgeous yarn store called Ethel and M, and the lovely Ben helped me to pick out, now this I think is more my kind of hat colour. This magenta pink, sorry, that looks a bit silly, doesn't it? He helped me to pick out this really beautiful magenta colour. It's by the brand Knit Pro. Now, I didn't know Knit Pro did yarns. Did you know Knit Pro did yarns? I don't know if I'm just a bit late to the game here, but anyway, so I've picked up this merino. It's a 4-ply and it is so soft. And while I was there, I picked up some matching mohair from Hurtigarn. It's from Denmark. I'm not sure. It's not a brand I've ever used before, but it is a blend of silk and mohair, and it also feels incredibly soft. So I'm going to be using those together to make myself an Oslo hat mohair edition. I'm probably going to get this wound up today because I really want to get this cast on, because I don't have a travel project at the moment. I normally have a little hat or a pair of socks or a pair of mittens or something on my needles at all times, in cases of emergency, like, you know, waiting for my children or waiting at the school gates or waiting for the bus or whatever. But since I cast off my son's Oslo hat, I haven't cast anything back on. So I'm probably going to get this wound up or get one of these cast on. But yeah, that's about it really. That's all I've been up to in the last few weeks. So I'm really hoping the zip for my zipper sweater arrives either today or tomorrow, because I really want to get that on. I really want to get it fixed on now. I don't know if you can see outside, it is absolutely tipping down with rain, like it's really heavy rain. It feels very autumnal here at the moment. We've had lots of wind, we've had lots of rain, and you know, I knew that autumn was coming, but I really want to start wearing my zipper sweater outside as a bit of day wear. So yeah, I have finished my Dagmar. I've got 2 Louvres on the needles. I've started my Terracotta, and I'm about to cast on some hats, lots of hats. I think this is going to be the month where I make a lot of hats. And that's fine because that's part of my Christmas gift knit plans. If you would be interested in hearing about what I'm planning on knitting everyone for Christmas, then do drop me a message below. I'd be really happy to talk about what I'm planning to knit for everybody and take it from there. But yeah, do let me know. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I always really love when you leave me comments, so please do say hi. I love it. I absolutely love it. It makes my day. It just brings a smile to my face. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. So if you like what you've seen and you're interested in seeing a bit more from me, then hit that like and the subscribe. It really helps me out, and I know that I'm making content that you want to watch. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.